Hey sailing nerds, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Lisa Marie and I make review videos about the Below Deck franchise. If that's something that interests you, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel for new Below Deck videos every week.
The mainsail and the mizzen sail, they both stay attached to the back of the mast with a rope. So the rope is holding the sail to the mast, and that goes all the way out. That's the only thing holding the sail to the mast. You know, we've got 180 feet of sail up there, right? You following me? Okay. And okay, so this little bolt rope, if it pops away from the sail, the whole thing can let go. It's a big problem.
For being the oldest crew member, Glenn sure has a juvenile mind. I guess that is what keeps him young at heart and not such a bad guy to have around.
Gary's going to go back to that spot where the sail came out of the donkey. Take the head off, get the very top of the boat rope, and then feed it up to the bottom of the donkey dick. It's like your zipper. You can't start your zipper in the middle. You got to take the zipper all the way back to the start. Fingers crossed it gets us through the rest of the season. All first mates can repair, maintain sails, and work hard with a hangover the way Gary can. I'm very impressed.
Ew, don't say that, Glenn. Gary's behavior is nothing to be impressed by. I wonder if Glenn regrets saying that after watching the season so far.
Obviously, the first thing that pops into my head that we've got COVID on board. Somebody's got a bad fever and they're sick. It's the first thing you think of. It's scary. You have to isolate them, obviously, but we still want to serve them. It's just critical that we adhere to the protocols. So it's a delicate balance. We're just getting started. We thought we could pull this off, and now this could be it.
I can imagine that in that environment, the idea of someone on the boat having COVID is quite terrifying. Glenn swiftly takes control of the situation. I'm really impressed with him for being the person to quarantine the guests and not taking the easy way out and just sending Daisy to tell them the obviously bad news.
Oh my God, this is not happening. We just cuddled. This is what? She might have given me a cheeky kiss, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I'm in a little bit of a predicament here, I'd say. It's not that I'm not attracted to her. I'm attracted to her, for sure. It's just, you never want to go there with your department. But my dick short circus to my brain. Almost fell off the mast earlier on.
I know, you scared me.
I wasn't going to fall. What, it's it, man? Thank you. How is it? Thanks. Do you want to come join? Man, I'm sick and tired of waking up with a hard on. I swear to God.
I think that Gary is a disgusting, vile little boy. He has no respect for women and actually no respect for himself. He thinks it's so cute when he acts like a pig, just like Ashton did on season 8. Fuck Gary.
No, there's a lot of times I ask you to do something and you just stand around.
That's not true at all.
Let's just get done. Doing this to try and irritate you, doing this to show you, mate. Look, this is twisting because that lines are quilled out. You see, so that's why you always have a line. Inside all the same size.
I was also told today not to drag the lines across the teak.
Dragging lines across the teak means pulling the whole thing across. Oh, my Lord. We are going to swap cabins right now.
How was sick?
You know, I need a new change of deck crew already.
2 of them or 1?
I'm not going to answer that.
Gary continues to berate Jean-Luc every chance he gets, uses the boss leverage he has with Jean-Luc as a valid excuse, be it in his own mind, to switch cabins, thus releasing him from the shackles that was rooming with the captain. Now he can be as much of a man-whore as he pleases. Gross.
There is an unspoken rule. Every crew member knows that they're not to use the guest heads ever, especially when they've been detailed. Maybe next time I'll go pee in the jacuzzi. You f***ing kidding me? I'm absolutely livid over this. That is so f***ing rude. Gary and Sydney slept in the guest cabin last night, so it's pretty obvious it was them. I am the first person to be like, yeah, let's have fun and drinks, but, you know, have a bit of f***ing consideration for your teammates. If they're going to be so sheepish as to not admit it, at least I'll make sure that the rest of the crew that it's absolutely not acceptable.
I think that Daisy sees right through the deck crew. She's not stupid. Anyone with eyes could see what was going to happen with Gary. He was going to hook up with someone, didn't really matter who. Gary didn't even think twice about the interior crew's hard work all night long. Gary does what Gary wants to do.
Like, I'm being very understanding and patient with Alli, but her turndowns are still pretty slow. So I'm going to teach her the way I learned and see if she sinks or swims. Get your fins, Alli, because it's time to start swimming.
I really like that Daisy doesn't get spiteful towards Alli for not being up to speed with all the stew duties. Instead of fluffing Alli off to DANI, she does what a good leader does and she gets hands-on with Alli, seeing for herself where Alli's skills are lacking. What a good leader and teacher.
So I'll just make him a cocktail garnished with diamonds, topped up with a mermaid's fart, and smoke from a volcano from the land of Narnia. This doesn't exist. So he's getting Kir Royale.
Seriously though, what is guest Andy expecting? Magic?
Did so well on my first chapter, but I know there is a problem with Daisy and I. I know it's kind of awkward, but honestly, I don't give a The reason that I am here is to work, and that's what I'm going to do.
I guess Natasha's attitude is better than most, not fighting or thriving off the confrontation.
I love working with DANI. One, DANI is my roommate, and two, my life is easier because she's not Daisy.
I'm glad that Natasha and DANI get along so well. I hope it lasts the whole Uncharted season. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Do they have COVID? If this is for real, does it mean that we have COVID as well? Does it mean that we go into quarantine? This is so...
I can only imagine the thoughts that would race through your mind when finding that kind of news out during the thick of the panorama times. Eek.
I mean, if I was a detective right now, that would be very suspicious because the perpetrator always goes back to the scene of the crime.
Did anyone else notice the extreme amount of dust on the bench of wood they were talking about? Holy shit, it was dusty. I call bullshit. After a proper detailing of a master cabin, I highly doubt that dust was there. The dust didn't show up until production put it there and wanted the interior crew, and in turn the viewers, to see the sex handprints.
Somebody the primary brings their guests, and the guests behave because the primary is there. So if the primaries aren't there, the guests are gonna take advantage of it. This could potentially be a nightmare.
DANI is a smart cookie. She knows the score on this charter. While the primaries are away, the other guests will take advantage. And boy, do they take advantage.
I don't know where I was, but apparently I wasn't on the same boat. I thought that Gary and I were kind of flirting, but yeah, okay, whatever. I don't care about the situation. I think it's quite funny.
I'm hoping with all of my heart that Alli doesn't hook up with Gary. Alli is such a good-hearted person that doesn't need to get sucked into Gary's fuckboy ways or sticky situations he might get himself into.
The box gets knocked over and it's got lobster carcasses and there's all this goo and the goo smells like death.
Ugh, that must have been so incredibly gross. Most of all for a strict vegan. Poor Alli. But at least she got to have a friend with her in that painfully disgusting moment.
I am dead set that I can show Daisy that I can do a turn down. I'm a dive master. They've done shark diving trips. They just float around with their fins down and they've got their big smile with their millions of teeth. I can breathe underwater. I can definitely make a bed.
I believe that Alli can do a turn down. I'm just fearful that Alli lacks the knowledge of the expected urgency of her job.
Oh my god. It's like the worst walk of shame I could ever possibly imagine. Just have to act like nothing happened. Yeah, I mean, yes, we did. We had sex. Like, that's, we did. We hooked up. It's mine and Gary's business. Nobody else needs to know the dirty details. But the details are a little dirty.
Sydney's so proud of this hookup. It's almost as if she's not smart enough to realize that this is going to end very badly.
I haven't really talked since we slept in the same cabin together, but it's fine. I'm just very confused.
Why are you confused, sweetie? He straight up told you it was a one-night stand. Did she not hear that part?
At 12, I expect a coffee.
Expect a coffee?
Yeah. I wrote myself a honey-do list. We look at it and see if, and just add to it.
Are you just making your own work list?
Gary has been all work and no flirt all day, then I'm not really sure what's going on.
Oh my gosh, why on earth would you say those things to a man who has basically ignored you all day long? Does Sydney not have self-respect? Is Gary really that good in bed to like forget to respect yourself? I highly doubt he's a good lay, most of all when hammered. I mean, I guess if that's your thing. Once again, Bravo gives us super gross sound clips. I'm pretty sure we all could have lived without hearing that one again.
Oh, did you switch rooms yet? No, you haven't actually, right? Are you going to?
I don't want to. I think I'm going to be forced to, though, in the end.
You can see that Jean-Luc can also see right through Gary. Jean-Luc knows full well that Gary is going to heighten the situation so much that he can use his power over Jean-Luc in a way that benefits him.
I cannot stand being micromanaged. Do not do it.
I really wonder what Gary's problem with Jean-Luc is. Gary is a terrible teacher, so how can the poor kid learn anything while he's being yelled at by his boss that is supposed to be on his side and proclaims to be a team player? Yeah, I don't know either.
What wears me down about moving into the cabin with Captain Glenn is Gary forced me to. That's bullshit.
Jean-Luc is right. It is bullshit. We all know why Gary did this power move. Gary can now be a complete man whore while rooming with Colin. I hope at least Jean-Luc gets more sleep this way.
We have to do so many corona tests. We have to do a quarantine. I don't even know how this is possible. But if this guy has coronavirus, then we're all If this guy does have coronavirus, it's just going to be an extremely messy situation for everyone.
So basically all Colin did during this episode was fix random things on the boat that broke and freak the fuck out about COVID. Got it.
Guess what you guys having? Carrots. 37 kgs of carrots.
No, yeah, 20 kilos of carrots.
What the is she going to feed an island of bunnies?
It was slim pickings for peak of the episode, but that part made me giggle. I'm interested to see Daisy's reasoning on that one.
I wonder if they have, what are those things called? The, yachts. Is that it over there?
Don't be too impressed because we see this all the time. If you're too impressed, then you're like peasant, right? So we're gonna say, oh, nice boat, but like, don't be too impressed.
Yeah.
Daisy, so we would love you guys to actually.
Okay, sure, absolutely.
That would be lovely.
I just need like 3 jackets steamed.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
And I would love a Casamigos Blanco with soda and 2 limes would be perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Vodka club, just like a splash of grapefruit juice.
Yeah, like a vodka and dry elderflower. Okay, I'll get you those now.
This is going to be really hard work. They want all their bags unpacked and they're already ordering cocktails.
The pit of the episode has to be the charter guests. Just the charter guests. Trashy and rude.
Hey, bro, there's no water pressure.
Yeah, this is the pressure gauge, so the whole thing is cooking hot. Just cooled down now. It should be all right. It's just starting to behave properly right now. You can go ahead.
Colin, the ice machine behind the bar, there's no ice in it at all.
Why does everything break? What is going on here? I think this is broken.
The Sea Dog of the episode goes to Colin. I feel like he's going to get Sea Dog a lot this season. He's the fix-it guy who saves the day.
A crew member used this head.
You're joking. Was it done yesterday?
Oh, for sake, yeah. When the guests left, I checked if it was fine.
Daisy? Yeah, somebody used the guest cabin toilet.
What, since?
Since yesterday when I done it. There's like drips on the floor. There's like the bowl is dirty, the toilet paper is undone.
You're 100% sure?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened there. Maybe someone's gone down there, hooked up, used that toilet, and hasn't said anything about it. Such a dick. Oh, my God.
Gary and Sydney slept in the guest cabin last night, so it's pretty obvious it was them. I'm the first person to be like, yeah, let's have fun and drinks, but, you know, have a bit of consideration for your teammates. If they're going to be so sheepish as to not admit it, at least I'll make sure that the rest of the crew that it's absolutely not acceptable.
Hey, what's happening? Wait up. I just had a hair tie and I just dropped it. What?
Let me show you something funny that I've seen in this bed, you know?
Which bed?
This one. You see that it's all dirty there? 2 marks that there could be hens.
Where?
There, look.
What do you mean? Oh, I was sitting like this last night.
I don't know.
Oh,
Sitting
no.
like that.
No, man, she slept there, I slept here. I'm serious.
The landlubbers of the episode are 3/4 of the deck crew for fucking up all the detail areas of the boat. I'm disappointed in Colin for using the day ahead after it had been detailed. Young Jean-Luc just got wasted and went to bed.
Hey, good morning. Oh, morning. So Andy's not feeling well. I think he might have a fever.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, he has a fever.
Okay. Can I know what it is just so I can...
101.
101. Okay, great.
Last night, he said after dinner, he started to just like not feel well.
Okay. Well, let me go and speak to the captain and find out what we should do.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Andy's not well. He has a fever of 101 this morning. He's staying in bed.
Okay, I'm gonna call a
Great.
medical person right now.
Okay, great.
Just keep them both in there for a minute. I'll be right out.
Okay, great.
Hey, we've decided to move back to the dock.
Can we at least go outside away from the crew?
Right now, we can't allow you to do that.
I've been quarantined already for over a week. I've had enough of this. So really expensive to sit in a freaking box. So let's make our way back.
Yeah, we're following the protocols correctly. Why don't you guys chill out a little bit, catch your breath. Here, I'm going to give you this radio. Anything you need, you can just call. We'll come and we'll deal with it. Okay. All right? Thank you.
So pissed.
The shipwreck of the episode has to be the charter guests. The charter guests arrive to the dock minus the primary guests, openly acting rude and disgusting. The charter guests take advantage of this opportunity that their really nice friends, who were in a not-so-happy situation, still gave them. When guest Andy falls sick and the other guests have to quarantine, the guests act like they aren't the ones who put the entire crew, including the filming crew, at risk. It's not like it's a crew member who got sick. What treatment do they expect? One positive test fucks up the entire charter season. I give the episode a 5. The charter guests really ruined the vibe of the episode for me. I mean, the funniest moment of the episode is the peak of the episode. That doesn't fare well for the episode's rating. Well, that's it for this video. Please let me know your thoughts on the episode down below. See you next week, sailing nerds. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And try not to screw the pooch this week, okay?